This is how you do a teaser trailer that is 2 minutes long but doesn't spoil everything. Like they did such a good job with the trailer.
I am ecstatic about this because once I saw the trailer for this, I was I was getting excited for Hunger Games. You know, when I go back to the original films, that the first part of the franchise with Jennifer Lawrence, those films hold a special place in my heart because I don't know, I was pretty young, just watching in my bedroom at home, and just kind of got enveloped in the first Hunger Games and the tone. And I've over the course of time, I feel like I've come really accustomed to tones that are dark. I don't know what this says about me as a person, but those have always enticed me as a storyteller. Bringing those tones of dread, but I don't know, fighting through it, persevering through it. And the story of Katniss was pretty sweet. In terms of, because I'm more of a fan of the first film and Catching Fire, I think mainly because they take place in the games and the prep for the games. All I think for me, what makes Hunger Games work is when they when they do the actual Hunger Games. It's just something so enticing, something so exciting about it. And I mean, it's interesting, like comparing this to our previous topic, Squid Games. I mean, both games are fighting to the death in some sort. So we have a pretty dark theme in this episode, and we just talked about Welcome to Derry earlier too. So we got a lot of dark stuff talking about that we're touching on. So, but yeah, in terms of, let's see, we got so Hunger Games and then Catching Fire. I really liked. And then once we got into the Mockingjay, that was when we got away from the games, and that's when I wasn't as invested in it, but I still somewhat enjoyed it. The performances were always great. Jennifer Lawrence always brought it. But for me, what made this film work so well was just what happened in the games, the prep for it, and what always happened after. So I heard about they were making another film, and because I saw um, the most recent Hunger Games, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a prequel based on President Snow. I really liked that. I feel like I was the only one. There weren't. It didn't. Unfortunately, it didn't open that well during in the box office. I think it made around like 44 million, which compared to the first Hunger Games, which made 155 million, it's a pretty big distance. They are pretty far apart, which is unfortunate. So it doesn't seem like people were that excited for new Hunger Games. But with this new one, with Sunrise on the Reaping, it seems like excitement is back because I want to say this is one of the most viewed trailers of the month, with just behind Michael, so the new biopic about MJ. So it seems like people are probably excited for more Hunger Games. I want to say the trailer also teased that this is like a new era, like the new era begins kind of. So I wonder if we'll see some more after this. I don't know exactly the what happens in the books or how many books there are. So if there's more after this, that'd be sweet. But I'm glad that we're back at the games. We're with Haymitch. We're following his story. I think this takes place, what, like 40 years before the first Hunger Games? I think one thing that stood out to me in this was the visuals. I mean, this shot right here is really neat. I know there's another shot, this one, that's freaking gorgeous. I love the use of color in that. I think what has always interested me within this franchise is the visuals, and how when we get with the first Hunger Games and Catching Fire, how they set up where they start the games, the circle of it, how they get there. It's always so fascinating to me. So another thing I got super jazzed about this trailer about was the cast. So we have Ray Fiennes as President Snow. Ray Fiennes is one of the best actors in the business right now. He always crushes it. So him playing Snow is going to be epic. He's going to bring that great demeanor. He's a fabulous performer. We got Jesse Plemons as, I want to say, was it Plutarch, the guy who Philip Seymour Hoffman played? I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who have said this, but I feel like Jesse Plemons is the second coming of Philip Seymour Hoffman. He is awesome. He always brings that just like monotone delivery with such a powerful performance. It's such a cool dichotomy he brings. So it's perfect. It's literally perfect casting. I love this. So I can't wait to see that. Then we also have Elle Fanning as Effie Trinket, and another wonderful addition. She's so talented, so awesome. Just saw her in Predator Badlands. She is fantastic in that. I feel like in this, she's going to bring it. She always brings it. It seems like she's going to bring that like light, airy, fun, quirky aesthetic to this character, which that character totally is. So I'm very excited for that. So I mean, we got three fabulous performers who are going to be in this. Now, the one guy who's playing Haymitch, I'm not too familiar with his work, but I'm curious to see what he does. I know the one female in the shot, McKenna Grace. She's been on a tear recently. She's been in a lot of films of the past like 4 or 5 years. So she's constantly working. I'm curious to see how she does in this. I'm not too familiar with her work, so I haven't been able to gauge how she is as a performer. So I'm curious to see where she goes. But in terms of a trailer, I'm super jazzed about it. David, are you looking forward to the next Hunger Games?
So I would say definitely I am. I have read the main trilogy. I guess yeah. I've read the main trilogy. I've seen the main movies. I didn't see the ballad. I think it was the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That was
Yeah.
the other movie about President Snow. I didn't see that one, but this movie, this story was so heavily requested from fans that wanted to see Haymitch's games. They so desperately wanted to because of how
Well, it
in
was like an event, right? It was some sort of like big event.
so do you remember what the quarter quells are?
No.
So Catching Fire. Do you remember the premise of Catching Fire?
Well, it did feel more grand than the first one.
So what happens in Catching Fire?
Well, I mean, it was still set up like the usual games, but I mean, in the end, they destroyed the dome.
Katniss and Peeta won. Why did they go back?
Oh, yes, the winners go back
It was
and
a it
play.
was a winners like only.
Yeah. So
Like
so that's what this is.
so the reason why they did that is because it was a quarter quell
Yeah.
every 25 years. Haymitch's games was the second quarter quell. Instead of having two for every district, they had four. So
Oh,
instead of 24, it's 48. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
that sounds epic.
Yeah, I mean that shot that with all of them around the center for the start of
Yeah,
the
like that.
games.
Yeah.
That is, I mean, that is gorgeous.
Right? It's
Like that
so sick. I know I have
is
another one. Where's the other one? Let me get that one.
that is an unbelievable shot.
Yeah.
And this is how you do a teaser trailer that is 2 minutes long but doesn't spoil everything. Like they did such a good job with the trailer.
The tone. Yep. They set the
Yes.
tone for this.
Oh gosh, like I am so sick of trailers that spoil the movie. It's so
Yeah.
frustrating.
Yeah.
But this was like you can do but like a teaser that's 30 seconds is like okay. A teaser that's 2 minutes doesn't spoil the ending, sets the tone. Bam, they nailed it out of the park with this. Really excited for it. Again, this was such a heavily requested book from fans, and then now a movie hyped for it.
Heck yeah. Now we're seeing what's interesting is well with next month with Avatar, we have the Avengers Doomsday trailer attached to it. So it's a year out. So we're seeing well, and same thing with Odyssey. So we're seeing films, what seems like big event films, drop a trailer a year in advance, which that doesn't happen. Like they usually don't drop a trailer a year in advance unless it's for a reason. This comes out in exactly a year. So I'm curious what you think if that's probably the case with this film. Like, do they think this is as big as maybe the first Hunger Games might be?
I don't know. That's a good question because this film can really stand alone on its own. I don't know. I mean, maybe it. I think movie production studios are testing. They're doing a lot of testing in terms of when do we drop trailers. What's feedback like? We drop a trailer. What's the feedback like? Can we change anything? It happened with Sonic. The community cyber bullied the entire movie of Sonic to change the way Sonic looked. I mean, that was like one of the
Yeah.
most insane moments. And that I think the fallout of that is releasing trailers maybe even earlier.
Mhm.
But I also would agree that like the hype, the big event movies, Avengers Doomsday, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey. People are, I mean, the tickets went on sale for The Odyssey a year before for the IMAX. Like,
Yeah, that does not happen.
right? That's like an extremely unique case. So maybe they are anticipating that this is going to be as big as the first Hunger Games. Maybe they are,
Yeah,
and it might
maybe.
happen.
I sure hope so. Yeah, I'm super jazzed about it. I mean, when I think of top films for next year, of course, Doomsday is probably it's definitely my top three. It's definitely between Doomsday. Oh man, there's just so there's so many. You got Odyssey, you got yeah, Project Hail Mary. I think Project Hail Mary is probably my number one. I'm very excited for that one. But I'd probably go Project Hail Mary, then Doomsday, then I guess Odyssey, and then probably this. Yeah, this is easily shot to my top five for next year. So I'm super jazzed. So yeah, that is the next installment in the Hunger Games franchise. Let us know what you think if you've seen the trailer. I'm super hyped for it. David's hyped for it. Let's go.